Hello and welcome back to the Sidewalk Report and our special edition of the Downtown Business Summit. I have some great downtown business leaders with us today, and we are discussing all things downtown. So now we're up to everyone's favorite part, the question box. And that is where members of the community have submitted questions. And so I am going to start off with Kim from Pizza Man's Pizza and see what your question is. So, tell us about your new party room.
Oh, I love it. So, we have a banquet room. That was a vision I had for probably 9 years. We waited till we purchased the building, and then it was something we wanted to do, but we wanted to get the dining room done first and do some things in the walls that you couldn't see that needed done. And then we got to finally do the party room, which was finished last March. It has just been a great success. I can honestly say I haven't even really advertised it much. I did one video where I walked through and showed it on Facebook, and we're busy. It's booked quite a bit. It used to be the old post office lunch bar. So it went full circle from a bar to now there is scripture on the wall, and we have banquets in there. It can hold about 48 people to 50 max if you need a gift table and a drink table and a cake table and the food buffet. If on Sundays I could do more because we're closed, and I can move some of that stuff out into the dining room and then hold about 70. But it's been a great success. We've had all kind of parties in there, birthday parties. We've had graduation parties, rehearsal dinners.
Celebrations of life.
Yes, celebrations of life. Yes, we've had several of those. John was there one time. That's right. We've had bridal showers, baby showers, just everything, bereavement dinners. And it has been a great success, and I love it. I love that I love the catering part of our business.
Well, I think one of the things that I like about this story is, there are a lot of, if there are a lot of things that people are upset about downtown, and areas that can be improved upon, but it is really nice to hear that both of your businesses have expanded, and that you have also have the following and the customers that are supporting that expansion. And I think it really shows how much potential there is in downtown. That you essentially doubled your footprint. You bought the building, you doubled your interior footprint, you did a wonderful renovation. I mean, everything is just seamless, it all fits together, nice floors, everything. And then John, of course, Giantman Comics, has done moved into a site that is at least double.
Yeah, we doubled our size.
Yeah,
So
and
awesome.
and so that really shows that the audience is there. The public is coming out to support the businesses and stuff.
Nobody was more petrified to get into business than myself. I'm like, do I want to do this? Do I want to? Do I? Don't I? Don't I? Just jumped in and did it.
Well,
And it's been fantastic.
Yeah, I think it's we're all very thankful that you did it. He's got these wraparound windows now in Washington Plaza in his new location. He's on a corner there with all kinds of superhero Klingons and things in the window and stuff, and the spot just really jumps out at you.
Yeah, the kids love going by it.
Yeah.
And I got these little young kids that come in, they call it the Hulk store because the Hulk's in the window.
Right,
Hulk.
Yeah,
So
so it really is inspiring to hear that that there is this burst of new life in downtown.
And we got other businesses as well. Doing the we got the brewery, we got the distillery, we got the new strawberry there.
Right.
I mean,
yeah, they
everybody's giving it a shot, and you have to.
No, it's that is awesome to also to bring up. I mean, the Union Craft Distillery, it really is very polished. I got to go inside and visit that, and from the outside it looks like a little antique rail car, and you go inside, it's really surprisingly spacious.
Yeah.
But when I was able to interview them, I found out that they supply a lot of restaurants. and that they make their own stuff from scratch, and they supply a lot of restaurants in the area. And then the Shanna Creek Brewery,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
that's
They're
their,
behind us.
yeah, the remodeled Henry building.
Yes.
They
Mhm.
also distribute, and
Mhm.
they strictly just brew in there. So, but they bring in just like Union Crafts Distillery does. They bring in a varied number of food
Yeah.
trucks and stuff.
Our employees love to go patronize those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
For something different, yeah.
Yeah. So it really it shows that the appetite for variety and for
Mhm.
events and stuff like that, there really is an appetite for that
Yeah.
downtown.
You got Loresto there as well. I'm trying to look up and down the street
Yeah.
to see who
Little
else.
Johnny's too.
Little
is
Johnny's
down
too.
there.
Yeah. Well, Loresto has just opened that little mini mart.
Mhm.
Right, the drive-through.
And the mini mart is interesting because when you go inside, it's really like an Asian grocery supermarket, and they have the dumplings and stuff like that you could purchase. They have a million
Yeah,
flavors of ramen, and they have a lot of the things that you would need to make the different meals and stuff.
Mhm.
And they recently had an event where they demonstrated cooking.
Oh, wow.
So that way you would know what you can use the 5-spice mixture
Mhm.
for,
Yeah.
and what you can use sesame oil for and stuff. And so they did demonstrations and they had samples. I thought it was a very inventive way to introduce people to the products. They had
Right.
little samples for like $1, and you could like try this, that, and that, and then they would tell you about how
Smart.
they made it.
Yeah.
So that really drew a lot of people. It
Mhm.
was a respectable crowd down there. It was,
That's
and it was
awesome.
good to see. They did a phenomenal job on renovating that space.
Yeah.
So, so folks like you and some of the other businesses that we mentioned, really are, investing their time and energy
Yes.
into not just being in downtown, but expanding their footprint and, trying to get further entrenched and keep downtown
Right.
humming. And that is a great thing.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up because I actually did a post on that when I showed
Mm-hmm.
our renovations. I said we could not have done it without our customers.
Mm-hmm.
And the customers, so many appreciate that you're pouring back into,
Mm-hmm.
what they're doing. They support us and we're pouring back in to make it better.
You're right.
And they appreciate that. I've had so many tell me that. So I'm glad you brought that up because we couldn't be here
There's no way anybody's growing without them.
without our
It is.
customers.
It's true.
And it's just a symbiotic relationship, and it for a little town that doesn't look like it's thriving. There's many businesses that are thriving because of our customers.
Well, I think it's important to keep the small businesses alive.
Yeah.
I mean, if I have a choice as to where I'm going to spend my dollars, I choose the small businesses first,
me as well.
because I've lived around the country. I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I was a serial mover, and we joke about this. Like John said, I was a serial killer, and I said, yeah, Captain Crunch, but extra berries, please. But anyway, I have seen places where it just sort of turned into like, a few big box stores and just empty everything.
Mm-hmm.
And we have thriving small businesses, and they're different and
Yeah.
interesting, and we want to see more of that. We want to provide a more nurturing environment
Yes,
for that. And
absolutely.
these folks are proof that, the people in town want to support that,
Yeah.
It's true.
Now, that means the famous question box, we will see what we have in here to ask Giantman Comics. So, is Lawrence County Comic Con in the works?
Part 2.
Yes.
Wow.
We are working on it. We definitely got a lot of irons in the fire right now, and it's a little early right now. I don't have a date yet, and that being, I don't want to overlap on anybody else's
Right.
kind of, if they're doing a show that week. And that's the hardest thing we're doing. Finding the venue's easy, finding the stars is easy, getting the tables filled easy. I can't find a date to narrow down that I'm not stepping on anybody else's toes. And I'm not trying to do that. See, we only have a limited number of customers from around the area.
Right.
Not just our area, Boardman. Pittsburgh, this and that. So I can't have a show going on in Pittsburgh while ours is going on over here. You know what I mean? Like, it's just,
Right.
then the dates are just stacked on top of one another. Toy show after comic book show after toy show. And that's the only problem I'm having.
Well, for those of you who don't know, Lawrence County Comic Con, the first annual Lawrence County Comic Con, I had the privilege of being there
Yes, you were a vendor.
last year. And it was held at St. Marguerite's in Motown. And
Motown.
yes, as we
Again,
like to call it,
support
yeah,
local.
Motown.
We
Both
were
of us.
both of us are from a
Right,
hometown.
and so the place was hopping, and the audience was really into it. I mean, people were walking in the door in full costume, and
A lot of fun.
just really dedicated fans and stuff. It was a lot of fun. Everyone appreciated it, and on the way out the door, everyone said, when are we coming back?
Yeah.
Like, don't, this
And
is,
I
don't let
did-
it end.
Usually people that have stuff in order, not like myself, they have the flyer for the next one already made. I didn't do that because I didn't know if we were gonna do another one yet.
Well,
So
it was
It was like,
smashing success.
yeah, it was good, it was good. We had
It-
a good time.
Yeah, everyone, I mean, literally, I mean, everyone on the way out was like, same time next year? We are gonna see each other again, right? You know? So I'm glad that it's in the works.
Right, right, you got it.
You know, because it was,
Fingers crossed.
yes, it was very much enjoyed by the public.
Right, yeah.
And so that brings me to the question that so many people ask about Giantman comics, and that is, how do you get all that stuff? How do you
That's
do
funny, that's funny. I would say I spend more time out of my store than I do in. I'm always out hunting somewhere. We open at 11 till 4.
it? Mm-hmm.
I bet you I make 2 pickups a day before we open up. So
Wow.
I'm leaving at 8 in the morning, and I'm in Facebook Marketplace, tracking the stuff down, trying to meet people here, hitting flea markets, hitting yard sales. It's grueling. People think I just sit behind a counter and play with action figures all day. But that's not it. So I do most of my hunting before 11, and then other times, not all the time. I get lucky once in a while. Something will walk in the front door collection, but not all the time. It's more or less of me going find it.
Wow. So if someone were to walk in the door,
Right.
would you prefer they contact you first? I mean,
Absolutely.
how? Okay. And the best method of contact is that
Facebook.
Facebook.
Yep, yep.
Okay.
And then my number's plastered everywhere. It's on my truck. It's on every card. It's on Facebook.
It's on a shirt.
It's on my shirt. But I mean, if they like, some people just walk in with like a box of comics. If there's people that are like, I can't go through 300 comics in
Right.
10 minutes. You know what I mean? I tell them, like, either you can bring this back or leave it here, whatever. I honestly probably don't want it because I have so much stuff, but I always want to give it a shot.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, because that was always interesting. And you know, what is the hottest thing right now?
Oh, right now, Pokemon.
Wow.
It's nonstop. I don't even know what these kids are coming in asking for. I have no idea. They're like, do you have Pokemon, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, here's what I have right here. Check it out. You know what I mean? If it's not what they're looking for, I don't know what it is a lot of times, but.
I think some people, like most of us, know about Pikachu,
Right. Everybody knows him.
That'd be the sum total.
but
what
I
know
mean,
about.
beyond Pikachu.
Oh, when they start getting real serious, like, people come in and go, you want to buy these? And they start, I go, I don't know any of these names. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. I can't buy them. I don't know.
Wow.
It's just not my wheelhouse, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
comics, I'm good at. Pokemon, I just sell the packs. That's all I do. And I can't keep them in.
Wow. Okay, so I guess when when Black and Blue Friday, ha ha ha, comes around, we will know.
That's a good one.
Yes,
That's good.
we'll know what to sort of keep in mind.
Right.
Go to Giantman and get some Pokemon, but don't get any Black and Blue there. No, they're kindly folk down there. They keep a full candy dish so people don't start swinging.
Yeah, I gotta keep them going.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So so another thought about questions. I am thinking here because in terms of questions, what questions do you get asked the most about downtown and stuff when folks come in?
Well, a question we get asked at our little window is, "Hey, do you still sell hot dogs?" It used to be a hot dog shop years ago.
Right.
And there's every once in a while someone will come to that window saying, "I want a dozen hot dogs with everything."
Right.
Oh, geez.
So that's a question, but I'm trying to think. A lot of people have asked me, like, downtown, is it bad down? Like, have you had issues? And I can honestly say, most of our, really up until just this past 6 months, we've never had issues. There's been a few parties next door, which with young kids that have caused a few issues, but I haven't seen it. I think it's been addressed. I'm happy about that. And for the most part, we really haven't. We just, my husband and I and my son are just completely humbled by just the wonderful people in Newcastle and the way they've supported us. And the question, do you have a lot of problems? The answer is no, we really don't.
Well, that's good. In terms of, like, what questions do you folks get asked by the...
They always ask me where Marla Brown's office is. That's the biggest one I get, because she's right behind me.
Right.
And they come in the other, and they get their paper for the, what's it called, the rent rebate.
Right.
Where's Marla Brown? I go, right around the corner, you won't miss it.
Good for you,
That's
John.
the only thing I get
Keep
usually.
the flow moving.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the biggest question I get.
Yeah, I know, let me see, that there's a lot happening, there's a lot we hope will happen, but this is the end of our question and answer segment. Thank you to the fun folks who provided us with questions from our community. We always appreciate that. We are about to throw our hats into the ring and take our boxing gloves off, and we are going to discuss the topic for the roundtable discussion, which is, what is your wish for downtown Newcastle? Whatever wishes. So, what do you say, Kim? Would you like to throw in a wish?
Sure.
Make a wish.
I would love to see it go back to when I grew up, and we would take the bus with our grandmother downtown Newcastle and they would close down downtown, and they would have fairs, and they'd have little rides, and we'd walk around, and I still have those memories. My mom would take us, and my mom would take my grandkids, or my kids, her grandkids as well, downtown to those fairs. And you always saw people walking around downtown and going into the different shops.
It's always busy, yeah.
And it was a friendly, just a nice time. It's sad to see, like, I love when Newcastle does Light Up Night, or the Firework Festival. And this last one, we put a big hopscotch board on our sidewalk as people were going by, and we watched them do it, and just, that's how I grew up. We would take the bus downtown after school. There was all kind of things to do.
Well, you and I just want to walk through the mall here, right?
Yes.
Arcade, King's Jewelry.
Yes.
The candy
Just
store,
the
everyone's
The
Right,
sweet
yeah,
shop.
every-
The
yeah.
sweet shop.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Hedge.
G.C. Murphy's had a candy
Right,
store in there,
right.
and they had their little
New Look,
diner, and
Thrift Drug, and
the Piercing
the
Pagoda.
Drawbridge. I remember them all. The
Sears.
music. This was the bank.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean-
So I would love for the new generation to experience what we did in a town that just had life, and watching people enjoy life.
The hustle and bustle. right?
Yes, yes. That would be my wish.
Okay, so make a wish, John.
Probably about the same thing. I just want to see it come back, and it is coming back. I don't care what other people say. Like, I hear it say, "Oh, you're crazy." Slowly but surely, I think that it is. It's crawl before you walk, and it's coming. I think personally, that's just me, and that's why I love my location. And we're probably not going anywhere.
So, in terms of, like, elements that a community needs to stay on track to come back, we are fortunate that we do have transit. I've lived in a lot of places that didn't, and I'm always the lone pedestrian. That's how come I got the nickname,
Sidewalk.
the Sidewalk Report, because I
Makes
do a lot of
sense.
walking. but we do, you know, we do have transit in this town, and
Right,
they are
and they'll
good.
take you anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, you wanna go to a casino, you can go.
Yeah, yeah. So, so that's an element, and I'm trying to think of what else. I mean, the only other thing I can think of is that if the if there was grants or seed money for small businesses and stuff, so we can get some of the diversity. I mean, like the science center idea you have, I think is brilliant. But just getting, you know, other things like that in town. It requires a bit of, you know, a little bit more push from the structure that we have.
Right.
But I mean, it can happen.
Mhm.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, like I mentioned, the brewery, the distillery, the strawberry, also Chill's Car Wash is up and running great over there. OCD Detailing, JoJo's, what was next, you moved into a bigger place. I
Yeah.
mean, there is
Yep.
some progress. There
Yeah.
is a lot. I mean,
Yeah,
not
that's
some, there is a
true.
lot. People are moving and shaking. Action creates reaction. Do something.
Well, one of the I really enjoyed we Chill's Car Wash.
Right.
That is the first time I've ever seen haunted car wash.
Yeah.
And that was a riot. I got to actually walk through the tunnel and stuff and
Right.
take pictures and not get zapped with the sprayers or
There you
anything.
go.
That's good.
But they had just some great horror music playing, thriller and stuff like that. And they had all kinds of creative things
Yeah.
positioned throughout. And that was just a blast. I mean, you know, that's just a lot of fun what they did. They're very inventive around
Right.
different holidays and stuff. They do different things, so it isn't just like, let's just go get the car cleaned. It's, you know, it's entertainment.
Right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Now, I know we have, not in downtown that I'm aware of, but we have, you know, the movies, that's in Union though.
Mhm.
But I mean,
Movie theater.
downtown we do have the Playhouse.
Mhm.
Yep. Warner
Yeah.
Brothers Theater as well.
And
Yeah.
yeah, the Warner Cascade Theater is expanding.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And that's encouraging too. They have just, they told me that they got a tremendous Bugs Bunny collection.
I heard that as well.
And so they are expanding into this location. I was fortunate
That's awesome.
to get a sneak peek. They had, it was safe enough for me to walk in. And they showed me and the building, the storefront and everything. The storefront is on East Washington Street. It's right by the confluence.
Yeah.
And that is going to be the new home for their tremendous Bugs Bunny collection. And it's great to see them succeed because
Mhm.
they do have a small theater in there. And when I did the story on the Warner Cascade with the Sidewalk report, they told me an interesting thing. That back in the day when they were showing movies and stuff during the Depression, they shared chairs with the funeral home.
Oh,
So they
Back
had
and
to,
forth.
interesting.
yes, and so that's
Truck
what
'em
they
back
would
and
do.
forth,
Like
yeah.
they would wait until they were done with the chairs at the funeral home, then they would run down the street and set the chairs up there,
For
and
the
then
theater.
run
Then
back to the funeral home.
Oh, wow.
So that's they were very resourceful in
Right.
you know ways like that to make things happen.
To make it work.
Yeah, and
Do what you do to make it work.
Yep.
I would tell anyone to go to that museum, the Warner Cascade Museum, because some of it is just so amazing. Like the old cameras, like weighed like
Mhm.
the projector cameras.
Right.
Oh, gigantic.
Yeah, they weighed like 3 tons. Like you probably have a car that doesn't weigh that much.
Yeah.
But then they're very complicated. How they light it frame by frame, but you don't want to overheat and melt the film
Right.
and things. The staff is super knowledgeable about all of that.
Yeah.
And they also had like player pianos in there, which this town, so many of the old buildings that I have gone to in this town have, when I've been on interviews, they've all told me stories of their ghosts.
Right.
And that everyone has a ghost and
Mhm.
stuff like that. So there I am, I'm in the Warner Cascade. I don't yet know that that's a player piano, and then I hear piano playing and I'm like, what is going on? You know? So that's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's very heartwarming to see, you know, someone good succeed, someone that you can root for succeed. So I mean, I'm happy to see you folks succeeding and everything, but I am, you know, very happy to see them expand and
Right.
stuff. I think that you all bring something different to the table. And so, you know, we can't wait for that to, you know, open as well.
Right. How'd you get a
awesome.
sneak peek? Can I get in there?
You know, I was walking
Can I
past
throw
it.
your name around?
Yeah. I'm enough of a pest. I mean, I was photographing a litter cleanup, and a gentleman went in there. There was a cat in the window, and we were all saying, "Wow, well, the cat looks kind of well fed, and the cat's got a collar on."
Yeah, it's not a stray.
No, and the gentleman said, "No, that's our mouser," because you know we were doing construction, so now. And he said, to be honest, he doesn't catch any mice because I go in there twice a day to feed him. You know, he's waiting for room service.
Oh,
Yeah,
that plan needed rethought.
but he looks so much like Sylvester.
Aw.
Right.
Yeah,
That's cute.
yeah. So that was cool. And another thing that I had a really interesting time seeing. Downtown we have the Newcastle Beauty Salon,
Mhm.
and that building is really old. I mean, older than a century. And at one time it used to be a bakery.
Mhm.
See, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I remember the theater being
Wait.
next to it.
Yeah, that's
The
that,
cinema,
that
I remember, was
the-
right
yeah,
where the parking lot is.
Where the parking lot is, yeah.
Mhm.
Yep, we'd go down there and
But I
watch
don't
a movie.
remember it being a bakery. That's probably before my time.
Well, I got
I'm
to.
trying to think.
I
remember,
was-
wasn't it like gold flower or something was on the painted on the wall
Right.
one time?
Yeah.
One of the flower things, so maybe it was.
Yeah, so I got a bit of a tour in that place, and as salons go, I think one of the things that irritate people about salons is if the ventilation isn't good, then you're smelling everyone else's chemicals, and perms can be kind of stinky.
Right.
They have sulfur. You know, it's kind of like the Easter egg that you forgot to find.
Gotcha.
You know, you know. Oh, but anyway,
This is where it's coming from.
yeah. But they have the ceilings there. I mean, that's got to be like 40 feet. So I'm, you know, going to take my hat off right now to whoever changed the light bulbs in that.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, but
And you've seen the boxing place as well up there, right? I thought I seen the pictures.
the boxing place.
Isn't there a boxing place on top of it? The third floor?
That's actually where they have their students learn.
Okay.
That's
okay.
that's classrooms now, I think.
Maybe I thought maybe it wasn't your report. Is the place for sale?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the top I think was a
Mm.
boxing foundation. There's like a regular ring in there.
Oh
Really?
no.
No?
The beauty academy's not for sale. So I hadn't been in a place
Maybe it's
with
the
a.
building next door. They connected.
Mm.
Maybe.
I'd like to check
Now
that
you're
out.
gonna have to
Now I
check
gotta go
that
get
out.
my phone. See.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. See a boxing
I
ring.
thought the boxing foundation was up there.
Wow. I will have to look.
You're gonna
that
sniff
up.
that out.
Yeah.
I know you
Yeah,
are.
I
Hey,
know.
audience, boxing foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's look into that. Yeah, yeah, but there's all kinds of, you know, interesting things that are here, little quirky things.
Mhm.
I found out also that we have the second oldest florist in the country downtown, and that back in the day they used to have orchids coming in on the trains, and then they would ship them down the river and stuff. So that,
Didn't-
yeah.
This was a central area
Yeah, it
with the
was.
train.
Oh my gosh, the trains was
The
ridiculous.
I mean, there were
Mhm.
celebrities that came through here like before my time, but I mean, this was a bustling central location, and the trains this was like the hub.
Well, when I was able to visit the Henry, which is downtown,
Yeah.
which has been lovingly restored by Tim Fulkerson
Fulkerson,
and
yeah.
family,
Mm-hmm.
they had a lot of history in that. There were
Yeah.
celebrities there. There was a luncheonette there, and there was all kinds of things there in their previous incarnations. And when he took on the project of revitalizing that building and restoring it, he tried to leave as much as the original
Yeah.
character, which was really great.
Mm-hmm.
And then the former hardware store downtown. The
Kirk Hutton.
yes,
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
I was waiting for one of you to supply the name.
I was gonna maybe say Weller's.
Weller's, that was Mahoney
That's
Town.
our-
Yeah.
Weller's, that was our
Yeah.
hardware store.
But that was really interesting to see that because they have tremendously high ceilings, and they have these tremendous, a whole wall of shelves that go floor to ceiling.
Mhm.
That was also restored by Tim Fulkerson and family,
Mhm.
and it is now the home for Lawrence County Drug and Alcohol. But I mean, they have the same creaky old floors. And people told of the days back when that you would go in there and you'd ask someone to get like a monkey wrench, whatever, and they would just know, oh, that is the top shelf, 50 rows down.
Oh, gigantic.
And
it made Lowe's look small.
yeah. Yeah, so it's an experience if you get the chance to go in there. I mean, I was fortunate, I got a tour, I got to photograph it. The first floor has the tremendous wall of the beautiful old wood shelves, floor to ceiling, along with the crazy ladder
That slides.
that
Yeah,
slides.
the slide
Right.
Yeah.
ladder, yeah.
And so I'm glad that we've preserved some of these things.
Mhm.
But getting back to the wish, like what other wishes would you like to see coming into this town?
I mean, I just remember when every building down there was full. Like we had department stores, Troutman's,
Yeah.
that beautiful building that overlooked the river. That's where what's in there? Well, what was the last thing?
Infocision.
Infocision.
Yeah.
But that was a bustling like
Where they're doing the bridge.
four. How many stories are in there?
At least 4 or 5.
4 or
yeah.
5 of the building's gone now, but there was, what was the other store? Troutman's and Strauss's.
That was across from our place. wasn't
Yeah,
it?
right. That building's gone now, but I would just love to see stores come back. Just different options. Anything you needed, you could go downtown and buy. You didn't have to leave town.
Now,
Right.
before I came on today, and I was, coming up with discussion points and wish lists and stuff from downtown, I got a last minute email from a friend of mine, and he had gone to this place in New York City. It's a racetrack, but it's not big cars and stuff like that, because in these times it's hard to get that insurance for something like that. I know that we have a local resident in town who's trying to get a skate park here, and we'll see if that happens for him. I mean, a lot of people keep bringing up the insurance issue with that, but the racetrack thing, it was a mini racetrack. And it was just so awesome. It reminded me of that sort of Underground Railroad place that they have
Yeah.
up in Neshannock,
Yeah.
except for the video that he showed me. There are all these different race courses, and you come in and you buy like half an hour. So you buy half an hour, and then you choose which car you'd like to race on, and then you just start on whatever track, and then you race each other.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
they have a concession stand and stuff, and it's massively popular. And people just, go, and then gift cards and parties. I mean, it's just, there's nothing in the immediate area that competes with that, I
Yeah.
don't think.
Like entertainment wise,
Right.
yeah.
Well, and I also, I haven't been that far out to Ohio or Pittsburgh recently, but I don't remember seeing it there, but it's massive there, and and people get the merch from there, like the flags
Right.
I
and
got
stuff.
you. Checker flag.
Yeah, but I mean, they just have, the racetracks are behind like plexiglass, and it's exciting for kids, it's exciting
Yeah.
for adults and stuff. The time just flies, but you just, they put your thing on the track, and then they activate your timer, and then you
Then
just
you
zip,
go.
and and
Anything, I was going to say anything that combines entertainment and competition and get our kids off their devices
Yeah,
Yes.
you're
and
right.
doing
Oh
things
my gosh.
Yes.
would be amazing.
I have kids that come into the store that never read a comic book. They go, "What is this?" It's
Yeah.
a comic book. You don't know.
Yeah.
What this
yeah.
They
Well,
only knew tablets and cell phones.
sure, yeah.
Or Xbox 360s and PlayStation.
Get them into comic books, get them
Something.
learning
Get
how
'em
to
reading.
cook
Absolutely.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that. There's a big world out there
Yeah.
besides that little 2x2
Yes,
screen.
absolutely.
Well, definitely thank you all for watching us here at Game Changer Podcast Studios for an exciting chat at the podcast. I already said that. At the Sidewalk Report, yes. And the issue today is the Downtown Business Summit, where we're trying to come up with ideas, stir our imagination, revisit memories and everything about downtown Newcastle. And stay tuned. There will be more podcasts on different issues. I'm very thankful for our guests today,
Thanks for having us.
representing
Yeah,
Pizza
thank you
Man's
so
Pizza
much.
and Giantman Comics and Collectables.
Thanks for having us. It was a ball.
Yes.
Yes, thank
Yes.
you.
Well, thank you, and thank you especially for watching and for listening. And I am Dante, and this is the Sidewalk Report. Hello, and thank you for watching this episode of the Sidewalk Report. Stay tuned and keep an eye out because we will have more episodes on this and other topics. Questions, thoughts, comments? Do share. I am Dante, and this is